Yo, I just want to say, y'all, this is you should start this off. I'm getting too excited.
Okay, I'm gonna start it off.
I never started off before. I don't know how.
Start this shit off.
Welcome y'all to Pockets and Wallets, yo. This is my first time starting this off. We got Julio in the house at APEP Studios, APEP Technology Creative. How you been, bro? It's good to have you back.
I've been good. Hey, he forgot the name of our podcast.
I did. Let's do it.
No, fuck that. No, I told him go ahead and start it off, and then he got all nervous and shit.
Hell yeah.
I love this guy. This dude's dope as fuck, man. No. He did perfect. We gotta keep
Welcome to Pockets and Wallets, everybody.
That's right, Pockets and Wallets. You know what I'm saying?
Shit's a little different this time, y'all. I'm really we really say every episode is little by little, it gets better and better. So today we got a special reactions for you guys and a couple topics that you will be able to interact with us. No more dropping it in afterwards. I will be able to show you guys and you'll be able to react with us, listen to the same shit, everything. So
that part,
it's pretty sick. What do you think of the little by little, huh?
This setup is dope as hell.
Yeah.
You guys can't see what I can see, and I'll probably post some pictures, but the setup that we have going on around this right here is insane.
I'll probably be writing on this during the episode, y'all. So that's my camera right there. It's hard now because the screen, I just want to look at what we're seeing.
But when you look at the screen, it looks like
natural.
Looking at the camera.
It's sick, and we can see everything that's going on. It's fucking crazy. And then the laptops are hooked up. We got the audio straight, all fucking. Ugh.
I got my Ring camera at the crib on right here.
Man, I love y'all. Those y'all have been watching, much thanks, yo. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love, and
absolutely.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
You already know. So
today's sponsor is us because we sponsor this shit. So what's been going on, bro? Last time we tapped in, you had shit was crazy with the condos and the management and all that stuff. So we're here almost on a Friday. Not the condos, but it was hella shit. 60 houses a day almost or shit.
Oh yeah, with all the inspections that I'm conducting and all the viewings.
Today was a hot fucking week, bro. Crazy hot. 108, 109, 111 I think at one point. So what do you now that shit's calming down, whatever, what are you working on, or are you just kind of I'm getting my me time in and I'm just kind of focusing on the projects that I got going on the side?
Well, I've been off work. I took some time off, and then ultimately, took my floater day because my day's coming up of being here for 42 years.
Well, in 2 days?
Yeah, on the 10th.
How do you feel, bro? How do you feel, birthday boy?
I still feel 30, 34.
That's good. Forever 21, bro. I love that for you. That's good.
I still, and not to be conceited, but I feel like I don't look because I've seen 40-year-olds burn, and I'm 42. I mean, I'm not trying to hatfish nobody. I ain't got no hair. It's not by choice, but I Mach 5 that shit.
He's lying. He shaves. He tells us he shaves. He's I shaved on purpose since I was 20 because David Goggins this bitch. Who's gonna move the boats? Who's gonna move the logs? He's told me, bro. I'm telling you guys, this guy's humble as fuck, bro. But
I got the 4th of July cul-de-sac block party where my hair grows out.
Just rock that shit.
I'm gonna rock it. I am gonna do that one day. I'm just gonna let it grow out and look like fucking Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Or not, it's cool. Right? I think what you're talking about, just being 40 and shaving your shit and just being whatever the fuck, and you're just that's kind of your thing. Because I went bald in 2020, I think it was, or 2021, and I liked it. My girl, everybody hated it, but I liked it because I was there's so much more freedom when you just don't have to worry about your hair, and when you eliminate certain things in your daily life like that, you're able to focus on much more important, intelligent thought shit, where you're not just thinking about random stuff. That's why certain billionaires, they only wear certain outfits and they dress in the same color tone, and it's one less thing to think about throughout the day, just one less thing to do. Or I don't have to schedule my haircut and do all this. I need to go to my barber this, and all, it's different.
Bald head because I'm clean with mine. That means two things.
I'll be when y'all see podcasts, fucking 20,000 when I'm 40 and we're still doing this shit. Bro, you'll be 50?
This fucking guy. Am I gonna be 50?
It'll be crazy. Yeah, because you'll be 40 died. Because I'm 31.
That sounds crazy to say because
what do you imagine yourself for 10 years from now?
I imagine myself 10 years from now.
Man, this is good.
Owning another home, owning a storefront, us being very successful within our ventures,
yes, sir.
in our portfolio. especially with the podcasts. I see myself being a multimillionaire, looking for ways to become a billionaire, and I'm really just trying to create generational wealth and some passive income, supplemental income, because I've lived all the different ways before, and I've self-educated myself. I've eliminated people out of my life, or they've eliminated themselves. I mean, that's a blessing right there when that happens, you know. I see myself financially secure, debt-free, because that's my goal, and I'm working towards that slowly but surely. But yeah, that's where I see myself.
I bet like more than anything, like you'll see, like, because your kids, it'll be 10 years later, so you'll be able to reap all those benefits that you've been working hella hard on, and be able to do more adult things with your kids, like going to Vegas or going to New York, and not having to worry about the little boy, my little boy, we can't do this because I'm like, I don't want to like put you around that setting or whatever. It'd be like, we're all adults here, we're all gonna have fun. You know, like, here's 5 bands, go fucking blow it, go to the track.
I would love to do that for my kids.
That's my goal, honestly.
Yeah, that's the shit. Like, to be able to pull up somewhere and be like, here.
Knowing you, that's why I'm like, I think that makes me think of that. Like, the lake, it'd be different. Like, oh, we're doing the lake, but we're gonna barbecue on the boat. We ain't doing it on the land side this time.
Right, you boys could go do your thing.
Hit the jet skis off the boat, go hit the shit, whatever.
We're gonna fucking go do our thing.
That'd be so sick, because our kids are gonna grow up together like that too.
That's absolutely, like, this is what we do it for. We do it for the future. Kids, yeah, it changes, and even for those who don't have kids, they have that mindset anyway. But when you do have kids, you have to make a lot of sacrifices.
I just want to say for the because there's like that JD Vance thing where like the ladies who can't, like where they made it about the childless people. I'm like, okay, the childless people, like, they're always like, every kid I've ever met that don't have kids, it's either their sister or a grandkid or a friend. There's always that one thing that they have, or like grandma. It's always that one thing that they treat not as their kid, but they have such a profound love for, because of either trauma, just growing up circumstances, or just best friends in general. Where it's like they don't need to have a kid. Like the expressive of love, where like they're in it for the sake of the future because they don't want nothing to happen to that person and their family type shit. Like, that exists. I hella feel that shit. So I just wanted to clear that, because I'm like, damn, like, I just be randomly thinking of shit like that, bro.
No, I mean, my point is like, you know, when you have kids, it changes a lot.
Yeah.
You make sacrifices. Sacrifices meaning, you know, you got to give up things that you were doing. Maybe you got to sell some things because, you know, there's people like me. I had a lot of tennis shoes. I had a lot of shoes. I was a shoe guru. And they weren't even, I wasn't even a sneakerhead. It was just shoes in general, dress shoes. You know, whatever. Okay. And I've always, like I told you before we started the show, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know, the shoes that I'm wearing, I've had for like 5 years. I've only worn them maybe 5 times. And I've always, as I became an adult, I always took care of my things, because when I was younger.
That part.
When I was younger, my shit was just ruined every time.
I don't know what it was, but like, I don't know. I'm glad you say that, and maybe it's just like a thing you do when you're younger. Guys in general, they're more like careless with their shit. But just, I don't know. Like, oh, I'll replace that. Like, why stop having that? I'll replace that mindset. Like, take care of your shit now. Don't spend the money later because you took care of everything, and just like be an adult now with your shit and make it last longer. Because my dad's always been that way since like always, ever since like, you know, raising me. But family says like he's just since a little kid always took care of his shit, and he's like, son, you need to take care of your things and just treat them like they're gonna like it's the last one that ever, because, you know, like, you'll just start saving money in places, not replacing parts, not breaking things. You just need to be easy on shit. And he's talking about from cars to like the way you even carry your devices, because I was carrying in this little fucking monitor and I was being careless. Like, when I was walking in, because I was excited, like, fucking the curtain right here trip a little bit, fucking slam it right into the wall already. I was like, damn.
It's like Ace Ventura when it says fragile and he's just slamming it everywhere.
My dad would have been like, he's like, what the fuck? Like, what did I tell you? Just be careful. Con cuidado, güey.
I think it's due to, like, I didn't have a lot, and I know a lot of people feel this way too. When you don't have a lot and you finally get something, you try to take care of it, hold on to it as long as you can.
Oh yeah, definitely. If there's, damn, that's hella crazy you say that, because it's humbling, and you're like, damn, I finally am able to do this. And it's like I'm gonna treat it like how I would like when I was 13 and wanted this. I don't know. Like when I got the laptop, stupid hyped. It's at the time brand new. It was a month old. Came out November 2023. I got it December, and I always bought used stuff. I bought one brand new computer, but that computer died. It was a PC, so I always fucking bought used stuff like growing up every time. But this was my first time buying my brand new MacBook from Best Buy, and I felt like when I was 14, 13, going to Best Buy, just walking around the aisle and be like, damn, someday, and like you're 30 and you're walking out with the handles and your kid is with you, your lady's with you. It's different, and it's like what you couldn't imagine. You like, you make your inner child so fucking proud, bro. It's so proud, and like you take care of your things because of that. Because like I'm over here wiping it off every day, the microfiber cloth, getting the best, even down to the cables, making sure it's Apple and all that kind of shit. I'm taking care of it because I'm like, damn, I've worked so hard for this type of shit, bro. Like I don't want it to just like fuck up.
It's appreciation, and whether it's your own personal belongings or someone else's, it's just having that appreciation and ownership of it. And I apply that to how I work as well. So like if you left me in charge of your home when you left, I would treat it as if how you treated your home.
Yeah.
Like it would definitely. It would be clean. It would be protected. It would be safe. You know, if something happened, I would take care of it. Yeah. As if you would, and it would be addressed.
What's crazy though is like we take care of other people's things more than our own though when it's in that circumstance or situation. Because if like
I do it for a living, you do it for a living,
bro. Like true. That's true. That makes sense.
Total sense. Yeah. That it makes dollars.
Yeah. Bro, so what would be your opinion on like pop culture today with like how things are becoming more extreme as far as like blending cultures, and then how like what do you think is with pop culture blending cultures right now, like how it's becoming hyper pop, and then you got like Charlie XCX and like all these different type of things getting girls who were never into that before, and then what do you think of like rap and its turning point where it's like kind of stuck in this like little weird spot right now, bro? But they don't know if they're drill. They don't know what the current trend is right now. People are kind of like scrambling around for what it is, because like I don't think people are really fucking with the whole New York drill trap shit like they were like a year ago. That's not like as hot as it was earlier. Like
it was a wave.
There's always that wave. So like that's something like I'm having a hard time reading.
It was a wave for us. It's still relevant where it derived from.
Oh, it's always gonna be like that.
It's always gonna be like that. But for like us, when the Bay it was a wave, just like how it always is for the US.
Well, fuck. What was it, 2006 or something like that? The Jansport backpack and the fucking Bay Area music. How it was basically all United States wide at that point. It was a little wave. Like those guys, what was his name? Keek Sneak.
Oh
like,
yeah, Keek.
Yeah. So like how they went mainstream for a little bit. Like
so you're talking about during the hyphy movement. You know, because you had like Federation, you had Jay Stalin, you had Keek the Sneak.
Backpack Kids? Or no, Backpack Boys? No.
The Pack. You're talking about Little B.
Pack. Yeah. Wolf and
shout out to Little B, the bass god. That's my guy right there. We're actually going to be working on something.
Based.
We're going to be making an animation.
That dude's tight. He wrote a book before he was like 18 or some shit like that.
He's amazing. I've had conversations with him. He's texted me. We've called. Not to name drop or nothing, but just, it's crazy that you said that. Because that is one of my biggest influences.
But you know how like, so like that's our culture though, you know, because we're involved in that. That's our culture. Like that's our culture, and that's New York's. That's their drill trap. That's their culture. So like, what do you see as the next rising like area or like sound?
Actually, I don't even see it like sonically, musically. I don't see the next wave coming in that. Pause. I see it happening with what we're doing right now. Because a lot of
digitally,
no podcasts. A lot of rappers and a lot of athletes right now are creating podcasts.
But there's always a sound. What that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you?
I feel like the sound is still, if anything, it's old school underground hip hop's coming back. Even lyrically, even the production, and that's
I could see that because
the West Coast is really strong right now. You got Hit Boy, and this is Southern California, Los Angeles.
That's what I'm getting at.
You got his dad, Big Hit.
Now we're talking. That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting at like so. Kendrick punched out Drake, took him out from his chart, turned the whole movement worldwide, and focused and like scoped in California globally in the music scene. And so what I'm trying to say is like, what is the sound? Like, what what is our sound? What are we gonna do? What is like
Well, now that you put it that way, I feel like our sound right now is the West Coast. It really is. A lot of the artists that you're hearing from right now, production wise,
do you think
is
everybody's
coming from
cooking?
the West Coast.
Do you think everybody's just like kind of like underground right now, just kind of cooking their albums and EPs up because of the whole Kendrick shit that just dropped? So they're about to release a.
Honestly, like
I feel like that shit Kendrick popped off was like some good ass sounding music where it reminded me like a little bit of Ramble, a little bit of North Bay, a little bit of South like
Rambo. Shout out to Rambo. It's you know what that did for them is it stimulated, well, not even stimulated, it just continued their income.
It brought back the hyphy type sound, like that broke back.
Well, yeah, that too, like
that.
The way
people
his
want
cadence,
that too,
like, Kendrick's
I'm gonna
cadence.
cut that out. That was embarrassing, Jacob. Don't ever fucking do that shit. I'm gonna censor it, make it sound like I cuss, bro. I'm gonna censor that part.
No, Kendrick's cadence, the way he showed up in the tracks that he made for this, yeah. You know, you could tell he was definitely influenced, and I think he was kind of paying an homage.
The most definitely, bro.
To everybody in California, because he's always gave everybody their flowers, and he put people in his videos. Like
and that's my point.
It was for everybody. Like
he put the scope worldwide, bro. Like we California, if we were a country, we would be the third largest country in the world.
Yeah. I feel like our sound is the West. I feel, you know, the way we're moving forward with the state of hip hop, and
it's crazy.
And you say the sound, well, the battle rap is a sound as well.
And that's what I think.
And
he brought that back for sure.
And Drake, and shout out to Drake. Drake fucks with battle rap heavy. He supports battle rap.
I'm not gonna lie, shout out to Drake just for both of them going back to back. Like Kendrick won, no doubt, but like going to be able to go back and back for a few songs,
sport.
Like
this
it was pretty sick.
And then this is how it happened when you were wearing backpacks and you were in ciphers. And if you and I had a problem, bro, and I caught you somewhere at one of your events, just like when we had Mega as our guest,
yeah.
That guy tried to show up and use that opportunity. But Mega rose up to the occasion and did his thing. But that's how it's supposed to be.
That's true.
Because you got to think of graph writers, you got to think of b-boys and breakdancers. If you were in a breakdancing crew, I'd be like, and do some shit and be like, "What's up?" and call you out, right? And
because you got to be about that life. That's your life, bro.
You would hit some shit, and then we would have reactions, and they would be the judges for us, bro. The people would let us know who was better out of you and I.
Yeah.
Fuck our opinion, what we have of ourselves. Let the people speak, right? So that's really what it comes down to, and the people have spoken, and you witnessed battle rap in its true purest form in person.
That's what got me thinking on this whole thing. I was like, okay, so like, why aren't these guys putting out some mad ass albums and doing this shit on the side? Like, why?
They are. They just been working behind the scenes, especially Drake. This was all a business. Fuck. This was all a business opportunity to capitalize as well, because their numbers rose and they, you know, made a significant amount of money.
Nothing on them. I'm just saying, like, why aren't, like, I feel like it shouldn't be so biased where to get your hard work noticed, because I'm like, I feel like these guys have some real ass grassroots sick shit to represent that's not like street shit, but it's like the media only wants to portray street shit in general.
The media is, well, it's pick and choose, and it's what narrative fits.
This shit look way fucking sick though. This is like a sport, like you said. And
we should continue this. We should continue to be like, hey, these guys battled. Let's watch battle rap and see how amazing that is.
Well, I mean, like, it just sounds crazy. They shouldn't even call it battle rap anymore, bro. It was like such a different type of fucking thing.
Competitive spoken word.
It was like something crazy, bro. We need to. I'll ask ChatGPT, because ChatGPT gave me a name for like the studio. I asked it, and it's called a Creative Technology Studio, and that's the name of what I do, my business and stuff. So I work at a creative technology studio regarding everything in AI, video editing, and just, you know, all the content and all that kind of shit. So I feel like they need a new name that encounters all that, and it should be treated as a sport, because like when you go and you fight or go to the MMA, you go through all these contenders and you finally get into the UFC, and then you finally get your $1 million in your deal. I mean, I feel like these guys for Westworld, we should probably create some type of things where they start producing mixtapes, and then eventually full on albums, and then eventually like tours, and then not only battle rapping, but it's more of like a sport type of thing. It's like, well, I mean, like you get signed if you like take this. Not only do you take the 5K home, but you also get signed on the label, and then you might end up doing the tour, like that kind of shit.
That's what we're gonna be doing. actually.
Because they got the sound, bro. I mean,
This
like
guy's
the sound.
fucking so dope.
The
He
sound.
gets it.
But I just get like, because there's no music. I get bored. I'm like, I just listen to old music, or I listen to new music and stuff. But like, I get bored. I'm like, where's the new sound? And that's why I get like, the drill trap got annoying to me for a little bit. Because once I listen to it for too much, I get annoyed.
You
And
get
so
annoyed, you're over it, like
yeah, and like.
and then somebody else is playing, and you're like, bro,
So
I was listening to that shit like 3 years ago.
So I was like, I was already on Central C. I was already on like listening to all these guys and shit like that. And I just like that kind of. I'm just the repetitive behavior just gets annoying to me, and it stunts my creative flow. So then I'll go back to listening to like my tops, like Travis Scott. I'll go play the Utopia album or like Stargazing or some shit like that. I'm like, this is old shit. I'm like, what's the new sound? I'm like, yo, fucking that battle rap shit was like, these guys were just going.
The new sound is actually the old sound because it gets recreated.
It does. We always take inspiration from our idols.
Like today, I was listening to Young Buck from G Unit. Shorty Wanna Ride With Me. I was listening to fucking.
That's fucking crazy.
I was listening to Little John and the East Side Boys today. Like I was listening to some 3-6. What else? I listened to some Chalk and Screw. Rest in peace, DJ Screw.
Rest in peace, DJ Screw, bro.
I was listening to some down south shit today. That's just how I was feeling. You know, especially when I lived in Houston, Texas. I love to tap into my Texas roots because I definitely rooted down there and did my thing, and you know. But anyways, I feel like
you're good. I'm actually taking our conversation and telling ChatGPT about it, so it has an input too. Because
I just feel like, you know, I want to get back to, and I love the way you framed it and the way you brought up what the sound is. I know I maybe started going into a different tangent earlier because I feel like it's
no, but
I feel like it's inclusive with what I was saying because
that's why it's one affects the other.
It does. One does affect the other very much so, and so I want to make sure that I say that too.
Mm-hmm.
And so to go back on what the sound is, battle rap is very much important in the sound. And battle rap, to me, I probably sound like a broken record when I say this, but battle rap to me, in my opinion, it consists of these things. It's competitive spoken word.
Yes.
Slam poetry. UFC. WWE.
If I had to say it was UFC, bro.
And theater.
It was UFC. Straight up. It was UFC with your fucking, like, rap, with your bars. It was UFC with rap, bro.
It's preparation. There's discipline. You know, there's a lot. I can keep going, but I'm going to keep it at that.
But they're like...
Those factors, that's what makes it a sport.
But when you say spoken word and when you say, like, what was the other thing you said?
Slam poetry.
Slam poetry. Slam poetry, there are cool ways to describe it. When you say UFC, like when you say UFC rap, bro, like, because they had the
those are the ingredients, though. Bro.
Yeah,
those are their ingredients.
Yeah, that energy you felt there was like they're barking at each other damn near. They're fucking.
You feel like there's a fight about to happen,
bro. Like no shit, there's about to fucking fight, and I was like, these guys are gonna not fight. What the fuck? And then they just hug it out, and then they smoke.
Well, it's came, bro, because there's tension,
and they're like, don't touch him.
Well, no, that's shout out to Clutch, man. That don't touch him. So this is
that
where
shit is insane.
This is where I say so.
It's insane. It's like gives me chills all over again. Not gonna lie.
I love it.
That energy being there, bro. Oh,
I love it because these are the aspects of what makes it so dope to be a part of. When you have somebody like Clutch, he's an amazing battle rapper. He's an amazing artist. Download the curriculum. You know, the Kid Clutch, Beats Gatlin, and as far as all their whole catalog, it's available. Like. He makes music, he battle raps, but when he's there, he's very much a fan of everybody else who's competing on the card. And if you hear in a battle, don't touch him, that's because Clutch will say don't touch him. And in battle rap, if you say something fucking amazing and just like, they grab you by your fucking shirt, they pull you,
that's
they
what
hit
I'm
you,
talking about, bro.
They shoulder check you, like it's like a high five, like when you're in sports,
dude.
You know?
Like literally, that's what I'm saying. It's like UFC, it's like NFL too, because like when you guys score and you like hit each other in the helmet, you get that feeling, bro. You could see them. They're like, oh, like don't. But when he said,
that's what he says, don't touch him.
That's such a. It's like fuck, bro.
Because it was so dope. Like don't touch him.
Yeah. It's
don't touch him.
Shut your fucking emotion down and let him speak.
Like, hey, I'm ready for
this
shit to transcend into like Sports Center And like
It is, bro.
and other kids starting to say that during
wow.
like sports, during baseball games, football games. Like,
That's why. Bro.
can you imagine instead of like after you made a tackle on the football field, right?
Like,
We were like, don't touch him, and everybody just walked away from you. Like,
that's the type of
people in the stands
bro.
would be like, why aren't they giving him a high five? Are they mad at him? And it was like, nah, don't touch him,
bro. Like,
let him cook.
it was like UFC. It was like the NFL. It was just like a high adrenaline sport, but it did not feel like spoken word because they were
No.
like.
But it's involved though because
It
of the,
is. I get what you're
the
saying.
setup,
It's like the way you gotta
the
describe
storytelling,
it. Yeah, exactly.
the way you, yeah.
And that's what's so crazy about it. It's like you guys gotta understand. Like, yeah, they're rapping, but it's like there's a whole fucking story. The story is about the other person. The story makes sense and has ties to inside jokes he's told me about
And pop
Fucking-
culture,
and just hella shit.
movie references.
I'm like, the only thing I wish they did, and like, this is as a spectator because it was my first time ever.
Right.
I'm like, I wish there was an instrumental in the background, bro. I wish like it was
So
like,
there's other leagues that do that.
Yeah.
We don't specialize in that.
yeah,
We don't.
I can
we
see
don't
that.
include
Yeah,
There's other leagues that do that though, and it's amazing the way they do it.
because like
Well, I'll show you. So after we're done, I'll show you.
this is some emo fanboy shit right here. But Scott Pilgrim versus the World, when they're like going against the other bands, and then like the crowds are fighting against each other, type shit. That's what it was kind of like. You got this one fucking powerful artist going another one, and you can just kind of like the words just kind of clashing into each other, bro. And it's like, well, fuck, bro. I don't know if you. It was like an anime fight going off, bro.
There's an anime is put in there as well. There's anime references, comic
the
book
Fortnite
references. There's everything, sports references. People will if whatever you do for a living. Let's just say if you were a battle rapper and the battle rapper found out what you did for a living, they would show up and all of their flips
That's
and their
dirty.
spins would be about and you would be like, what the fuck? Like, for real? And then like that's what and you know people's
do their
people's
research.
reactions for
Oh, my
those who were standing right there in the pit area. Optically, I like to have certain people there who are supposed to be there, including the host, the co-host, whoever's contributed to the event, any special guests that we've brought there. But also, I like to have regular battle rap fans who paid to get in, have their favorite battle. You know, they're getting autographs, they're taking pictures. I like to have them right there because to have their reactions to me is very key. Because I'm a fan. We're all fans. And I'm always the type where if I owned a professional sports team or anything, I would be like Mark Cuban on the court, on the sideline, you know, behind the glass, whatever sport it was, you know, hockey, football, basketball. I would want to be right there, but not intervene and mess up or anything and not try to tell somebody how to do something that they're, you know, do their job. So being able to be right there when the battlers are, and it's usually the co-main event, the main event where I'm there because I got to work the front end, the back end, pause, no diddy, you know.
You're the only one that says that though.
Nah.
I'm like, I don't get it, but I got a little autism, guys, so don't mind me.
I got it because
Got a
people
little
are
autism.
quick to, oh yeah, and they clip me up, and I gotta
Fuck
give the
on.
dumbass disclaimer. I'm gonna stop saying that shit
I bet
because I'm a grown. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm a grown ass man. I don't need to say pause, no diddy.
No,
I'm-
if you just show up
I'm
and
comfortable with everything I say.
just buy a suit, just buy a $400 suit, and just make it your little don't fuck with me suit, and just wear that every time. Like when people want to buy sunglasses, instead of buying a $400 pair of sunglasses, buy a $400 pair, like just a cheap suit, and then
Cheap suits,
cheap suits,
rush hour, cheap suits, cheap suits.
and then just show up and be like,
Motherfuckers better be cheap,
talk how you want to talk, and just be like, I don't engage in that behavior, gentlemen.
right? I'm not gonna stoop myself to that level, you peasant.
Yeah, you fucking dirtbag. You fucking
You
scum.
fucking scumbag.
Go wash my tires, bro.
Shine my fucking shoes. Go get your fucking shine box.
Damn, or it's just like you just don't even say anything. You're just walking up and you got your keys. Like, how much is the valet? And they're like, oh, and you're like, I don't work here. Make them feel weird, out of place.
You know, I noticed too, like,
You don't do that, guys.
don't
That's
get
mean.
this shit twisted right here. What I do regularly, you know, from my regular, you know, 8:30 to 5.
Bro, this is casual shit.
Like,
This is the casual.
I be dressing so fucking well and ready for business and handling business and smelling good and still getting my hands dirty and still taking care of shit and being very professional because I take pride in that. I take pride in being professional. Matter of fact, there's a clip I sent you on Twitter.
Yeah, you want to blow that
There's a
up?
lady speaking on etiquette.
Hey, look at that. We're in picture in picture, guys. How's that fucking look? And we're gonna play this lady. Let's get back over here. Y'all should be able to hear.
Mr. Jones, I was wondering, is that report going to be due on Tuesday? Oh, great, Mr. Jones. I'll get it done for you. No problem. Our Bradley cheerleader shows 3 things.
Vocal
someone
etiquette.
Who's not as intelligent
These
as
are the
she wants
tips.
to appear, someone who's rushed, and someone
What
who's
the fuck?
exceptionally awkward. There should be no problem with this. I want to know why the reports were not done in time. I want to know where they are. I want to know why they were not done correctly. This person shows us someone who's very resistant,
Bro,
very
what are
negative,
you showing
and
me?
uncooperative. Well, I was going to get that report done as soon as possible.
Look, you gotta pay
but I don't
attention.
think it'll be on
Look.
Lazy
What
tongue.
this person shows is unfortunately someone
Bro.
who's unintelligent.
Here you go.
Someone
Unintelligent.
With no energy and someone
I deal with these
who's
people.
Totally complete
This is
a job.
insanity.
Not
There
at my
should be
office,
no
though.
problem in getting your order processed. Thank you. Someone who's tight-lipped is someone who's not cooperative, someone who doesn't want to work well with others, and someone who is very negative in their
What the
approach
fuck?
to
Vocal
communication.
etiquette tips for women in the workplace.
Maybe Monday or Tuesday because I've been very busy right now and our computer system is down. Thank you very much.
Damn,
When
bro,
there's a
this is
traffic jam in the
heavy.
mouth, the word sounds garbled.
Traffic
so
jam
I
in the
sound
mouth is
confused,
crazy.
Fuck.
disoriented. I
This is
sound
not gonna
I'm
be a
not
meme. This
sure
is
of
not
myself.
real, bro.
This
Could
is
you
real life.
please get that
Sheer
to
indulgence? What is this?
Mr.
Slow
Jones,
train.
And would you please do that for me?
Who does
okay?
that?
Thanks. The slow train indicates to us a woman
Hey, you're
who
supposed
Slow
to talk,
train
you're
is-
supposed to talk like that though. You're supposed to talk
Slow
slow.
train is crazy.
I'm trying to like
Perhaps
learn
not
how to slow
really
my talk
intelligent.
down. That is insanity. Let's move back to the full cam.
Slow
First
train
of all,
is
we got
crazy.
picture, bitch. Second of all, what? How
Slow,
did you find that?
slow train.
This reminds me of the Waffle House training. Have you seen the old school Waffle House training video? Where you gotta
No.
arrange the
Nah,
you gotta arrange like the Welch's little jam in certain ways. So
stop that.
you know, they don't write the
Hell
water
no.
down or whatever. They like
Hell
do
no.
some, I don't know.
I just know working in the restaurant industry that all your condiments are supposed to be pointed to the front door,
This is-
front of the house.
why?
What's that?
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know. I didn't
does
make
that
the
mean?
rules. I just played
The
by 'em.
condiments need to be. Oh, like on the table?
On the table, the condiments
Probably so when
need
you
to be.
first walk in, people see like such a like I don't know options. I guess they see options.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm only speaking for where I worked at in the restaurant industry, but
Why'd they do it?
it's always honestly, I don't know why they do it, but outside looking in, and when I would always do it, because I started out. So to give you context, I lived in Houston, Texas, in
Houston.
2001, 2002, 2003,
Post.
and I started off as a busser at Papa Do's, and this is like a fucking 10-star Cajun seafood restaurant. We would have I watched David Carr when the Houston Texans became a franchise. I watched David Carr sign his contract right there in the restaurant with
That's
his
fucking
agent.
fire. What the hell?
And
David Carr?
David Carr.
The car from like
Fresno
here?
State.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Valley Boys.
And I got to chop it up with him.
Hey, isn't
I was like
Quincy Hall,
209.
the guy who just did the running event at the Olympics, who just took the gold? I think he's from the Central Valley too.
Shout out to that guy, man, for the gold.
Quincy Hall.
But yeah, I lived out there and I worked at that restaurant. I started off as a busser, and I'm like, it was always packed there and there's people showing up, so you had to be fucking fast. And I was fucking fast. And they took notice real quick. And the bartender at the bar took notice, and he approached me and was like, "Hey man, would you want to be a shucker?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is a
What's
shucker?"
a shucker, bro?
I
Oh,
was-
for like how
Oysters.
big? Oh shit. Oh, just fucking
But behind the bar, but AKA a bar back. So
yeah.
it's included. So I was a bar back,
What's
but
a
my
bar
job
back?
was
Just basically security.
huh?
Security.
No, bar back is you fill all the wells, make sure all the kegs are fucking on point, full. Make sure there's ice in the fucking troughs. You make sure everything's good to go. If you're sitting at the bar and you need a refill, I got you.
Ah, okay.
And if you're eating some food
Would
and
you
you're
get
done with
tips?
and you're done with yeah,
Hell
and
yeah.
you're done with your food, I would take your plate. You know when you sit at the bar and eat,
Yeah,
I'm, I'm not the bartender, I'm the bar back.
Okay.
But then let's just say, and it's common in Houston and Texas for people to order, a dozen oysters in the half shell. And
Damn,
so
for
I
real?
would,
That's like a thing with there? Like a common
absolutely,
thing?
absolutely,
What is it again? A dozen oysters and a what?
on the half shell.
What's that?
It's just you're shucking the oyster,
yeah,
open
yeah.
the shell. So I would wear the gloves like they wear when they go underwater and they deal with sharks that are made like out of metal and shit.
What the heck?
Yeah, because
You don't want to cut yourself.
Nah,
and if
you
anything,
sit-
you want to cut back.
Yeah, so I would sit there and shuck the oyster up and fucking clean them and shit, and
What an
put
interesting job.
I'd put them
You
on a
sit-
tray of ice with lemon.
Yeah, no, I've seen
Give you
when
your
people-
Worcestershire
I've been to, like
sauce.
restaurants where they brought us a tray like that, but that's
Yeah.
what the guys how they do.
Your
in the back?
horseradish.
Damn.
I would do
bro.
it right there in front of you.
Oh shit.
In front of you.
Why don't they do that in front of us? Is that like a standard
Because
thing,
it's
or is it like something?
because it's we were a 10-star restaurant, bro.
Man, that's pretty. Fuck that other place where I went to. They didn't do it in front of me. They just kind of brought it. I'm like, this is nice. Thank you guys.
You know,
I'll
it's
put
just
the
the way
lemon on
Papa
myself.
Do's
Could you
takes
imagine,
pride in
like-
doing their. Shout out to Papa Do's. So, long story short, I had my mom send me some weed allegedly,
Damn.
and
What a cool
she
mom.
she vacuum sealed some weed and sent it with brand new pairs of underwear and socks.
Okay, what a cool mom though. That's kind of crazy.
And it was some purple Kush, and she sent it to me in
Socks
Houston,
and-
Texas. And I got that weed, and I told my coworkers because at that time it was just dro. It was just like ugh. That weed was not popping at that time. California weed's always been popping. So Mama Julio sent the
He
weed.
was telling you that, like, the
Mama
my
Julio
bad.
sent the weed, and I told my coworker Reagan, I'm like, yo, I got some purple in the car when we get off of work. He was like, you're lying, because this shit was like the unicorn for them.
Yeah.
Purple Kush from California, and these guys are, born and raised in Houston, Texas, and they've only heard of Purple Kush through movies and songs. They've never actually smoked it. And I got a whole ounce of that shit, but I brought enough to roll a blunt after work.
Yeah.
So he goes, my cousin is really good friends with Little Flip.
What the heck?
And I'm like, okay. And then so one night, Little Flip and David Banner show up to Papa Do's, show up to my work. And they sit at the bar and they order fucking passion tea and oysters
Damn.
and some crawfish. And immediately Little Flip was like, you're the California homie with the purple, huh? And I was like, what? I was
How do
like,
you know right away though?
I was like, what?
How did you
He's-
just pinpoint you?
because my accent.
You
I
got
didn't,
that vape pen?
I didn't have no accent.
Sick.
I'm
Oh, true.
California as
You're
fuck.
not saying- yeah.
And just the way I looked. And
Saying
the way,
hella.
Yeah, hella.
Like.
But you know what? Over there, it's already. Over there, it's already
Already?
instead of hella.
And it's not y'all. It's not y'all. They say
So what's up?
y'all
You
are.
trying to go out tonight? Already.
Oh, what the
You
fuck?
hungry? Already.
I'm being hungry.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's everything. Like,
we
so you
express
want to hit
ourselves
this?
too much.
Already.
Damn. So they got a like more slow stroll type of thing. 'Cause,
It's a
like,
lot slower over there.
We explain way too much when we talk.
We do. It's just, and like the
We
homie
don't,
Reagan.
we don't shut the fuck up.
The homie Reagan, my coworker, he said like that. Hey, you shoot when you stop and get some water, huh? And I was like, huh? He's like, shoot when you stop and get some water, huh? And I was like, what?
Come again.
He's like,
There's
shoot
no
when you
Diddy.
stop and give me some water. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, we can go to the store and get some drink.
Oh.
And I was like, he was saying, shoot me to the store and get me some water.
I get that, but he meant the water was not literally water. See,
No.
my autistic ass would have brought him some fucking food.
You would have brought him some
like some,
some
Fiji water.
alkaline 9.5 water.
Yeah,
you
but
would've-
if you need to hydrate, I got you too. This one's for hydration.
He wanted some Parmesan is what he
Shut
wanted.
up. I would've fuck. He was like this guy. I would have came out with a Swishers type of guy. Like we roll with the blankets out here.
So they're popping Cristal bottles because we had Louis, we had fucking Cristal, we had all the fucking drink, Don P, we had all that shit. That's what we served. Okay. And they was popping Cristal bottles at the bar. And they just doing their thing. People are going up. Fucking
That's fucking sick though.
servers were like, "Can you sign my menu?"
Oh wow.
There was people that were
Cause they
sitting
just
like
keep that shit.
signing autographs because they knew who they were and like. So I get off, right, clock out, and they go in the parking lot and they just chilling and there's no security because it's low key. Like, nobody knows they over there eating restaurant other than the people that were just there, and all those people left.
Yeah, and times changed. They were like violent back then.
All those people left, so then like it's literally
Violent.
us. It's literally my coworker, and then I used to work with another guy who became very, very popular, and I'll talk about that in a different episode. But he was back there too, and fucking, what did David Banner say? He's like, I can smell that fucking from outside right now.
Oh shit.
Like you smell it from the car inside
Yeah.
the car. My windows roll, and you smell it like. As soon as I opened up the car door, they were like,
That's
hell no.
That just reminded me of something. I was driving and there was this guy in a blue truck with his tent and like just rolled up all the way, and I was delivering and I just smelled hella weed all of a sudden, and then like I was doing a U. It was like at a U-turn. I was at a, what's called cul-de-sac type thing. I was doing a U-turn, and then like you could see in the front windshield, he's smoking some like a blunt in his car with the windshield rolled up. But just in general, bro, just like passing by, I'm like, holy fuck, that shit stank, bro. I'm like, I wonder what he got. Like that shit stunk. Like that shit was crazy. Like you could just see him like as he's pulling around, like because it looked like he was just cruising and smoking or whatever. And so like we were crossing whatever, and I was like, I just seen this guy hit the blunt, and I was like, fuck, bro, that's him. And you can just smell it all over again. Just
loud. Yeah, and that was a dope experience to smoke with them. And
Cali got
with
the
them.
best, bro. Cali.
That's what they said too. They was like, hey, this is
So,
like,
yeah.
we've
It's
only
hard to leave
smoked it a
California,
couple
bro.
times.
It's, if you can make it in California, you can make it anywhere. And not only that, like you're a respectable human being for making it out here in California. Could be the third largest country, tech capital, creator of the world, frontier starting of all eco-friendly and everything. Where Tesla started, it's just California, bro. There's a lot to be proud of out here.
We're a reservoir,
bro, of greatness. Like, so if you could just tough it out, you make some great things happen out here.
Yeah, man.
Best weed.
Weed.
You can go see. You can
Best
go to the
food.
snow, and then like fucking 6 hours later, be at the fucking beach, like just dead ass.
From the palms to the pines, from the pines to the palms.
It's crazy. Like literally, bro. Like maybe it's snowing in Oakhurst, and then like you just, all right, we're gonna go to the beach. How long is it gonna take? It's probably gonna take the 2 hours to get down back.
It's like
and then,
going
the
from
3
Yosemite
hours.
to Pismo.
It's just,
like
yeah, and it's just you can do it in a day.
Yeah,
we should do that. What a trip.
That's fire. Yosemite to
What a trip.
Pismo. We got to do that.
That's crazy.
That's a good idea. Good idea.
It's just crazy you can do that though. Like what a profound. People travel all over the world.
You
just
got to
to
take
see
advantage
it.
of California, man, in a great way.
It's hard. Like my lady wants to leave. I would only leave. I used to only want to leave because of Texas. Like I hella wanted to go to Texas hella bad, but now I'm like,
loved it when I was there.
it's oversaturated. Let all the nerds who just moved there move out.
It's really not oversaturated.
No, I mean like
It's
the
not.
price, how they wreck the pricing for a little bit. I'm
Right.
like it'll settle down. They'll get.
But there's
annoyed.
there's outside areas.
Well, I want to move to Pearwood or
Paris, Texas.
Pearland.
Pearland, Texas.
Pearland, Texas. That's where I want to move to. I think it looks
Where
like
Friday Night Lights was.
it looks like it's a nice little town and like
Pyramid, Texas.
No, Pearland.
Pearland, Texas.
Yeah, Pearl something. I'll look it up. Because it's like right under.
What is that?
Houston.
North Texas? Is that by Dallas?
It's like one of the major cities. It's kind of like 2 hours away from Austin, Texas, and then like right under Houston, like 30 minutes.
So southeast.
Is Houston like the closest one?
Houston's southeast.
And it'd be like Austin, right? The closest.
No, Austin.
Whatever.
Austin's not close.
Here, take this because I need to look.
Oh, it's a suburb.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically, huh?
Bro,
It's like a tiny
I passed through there. So, yeah, I was about to say when I was talking.
It's like a nice area of town.
Yes, it is. So what I was getting to
It's kinda
was
expensive.
what I was getting to was I was starting to say there's outskirts, little towns and suburbs that are more affordable.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And not necessarily in the city.
Not to
Tomball is another cool. People are gonna be like, "Fucking Tomball."
Because where's
But I knew some good people in Tomball and got to party in Tomball and got to
San
go to
Antonio?
fucking.
Damn, where the fuck is So this.
I went noodling. I don't know if you guys know what noodling is.
Nah.
It's
Where
when
would-
you.
where would be
it's
Austin,
when you,
Texas
It's where
at?
you grab catfish that burrow in the banks of creeks.
Really? What the fuck?
And
Oh,
you,
there's
and you
Austin.
use your arm as bait,
See,
and they grab onto your arm and you pull them out of the mud.
I wanted to move here, bro, because I feel like Texas is gonna be like the next tech capital of the world, and plus engineering. So
Well, Houston's been on that because you got to understand NASA. So
Well, yeah, and
Houston,
because
we
of
have
the
a problem.
massive land mass that they have, massive state,
And oil.
and they can just exactly oil, natural resources. So here's Pearland, Texas, where I kind of wish I could move to. Like if I would move to a place,
I would.
like this, right next to Houston, and then
H-Town. It's going down, baby.
when I want to have a good time, be able to go to the Austin Comedy Center, like Austin right there. Go
Oh,
watch
yeah,
some
Kill
JRE,
Tony.
Kill Tony. Go
Yeah.
watch that live. It's like I googled it. I think it's only like an hour, like hour 45, 2.5 hour drive. I'm like, that's not bad at
Really?
all.
So then go to San Antonio down there. It's like southeast
here.
of Houston.
Right here.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
Did you go to Alamo?
I was a kid. My parents took me.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was 19.
we were just passing through, but we definitely went there.
I was
remember that.
I was 19 going on 20,
I had
and
cousins
I
that
went
lived
to the Alamo, and so I had my Hooters passport. And Texas Hooters is a big thing out there. No pun
Really?
intended.
Is it still is?
Absolutely.
Oh, what the fuck, Bruce? That's crazy.
And then so when I drove back home to California, I got to stop at all the other Hooters like in New Mexico,
That's pretty insane.
Arizona, and I filled up my passport because I was in Louisiana. I think at that time, yeah, I didn't get to go to the Florida one, but yeah, that shit was a wild time. I had a Hooters passport. What the fuck am I talking about? That shit was crazy. I was 19.
That's pretty
Okay,
sick, bro.
I was
Like
19 years old. I'm reminiscing now because I'm gonna be 42 on Saturday. So.
No, you did a lot of cool, actionable shit because you take initiative and you just go put yourself out.
I went to
there
Mardi
that.
Gras,
Oh,
Louisiana.
really?
I worked Mardi Gras.
That's pretty sick, bro. Like these are things I could easily do, but I just don't have an interest to go.
From 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
to
I would like to go to New Orleans, but not during Mardi Gras.
so
And
6
then I
in the
would go,
morning.
like afterwards.
6 in the morning to 4 p.m. I was boiling crawfish, making etouffee and bisque.
Oh, what's this? This
And it's like a sauce, and you can mix it with crab, shrimp,
okay.
crawfish, and it's almost like a.
What's
People
the-
are gonna freak out on me when I
what's
say
that
this,
shit from
but
the-
like a pesto sauce almost.
What's that? CIAPPON, like COP? Like I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like a sauce, whatever they got
I
on
don't know
here.
what that is.
Me neither, bro. I thought
I'm
you
talking
were-
about,
I'm
I'm
gonna
talking
cut
about,
that
I'm
out.
talking
I'm
about
gonna
South.
censor that
I'm
shit.
talking about Cajun shit right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was asking because
That's what I'm telling you.
hella know shit.
So bisque and etouffee, you know,
That's
those are
crazy.
sauces, and you mix them with meat, and like but my job out there from 6 in the morning to 4 p.m. was fucking boiling crawfish pretty much and making sauces. And so with that, I had fucking beads. My laminate was like this big on my chest. Like it got me everywhere, bro. Like it was fucking fluorescent, fucking everything, 3D. And then all the beads that I had, bro, it looked like I was wearing shoulder pads. And everybody, all the females wanted my beads. I was at Senior Frogs, House of Blues. That shit was crazy. That was amazing. Bourbon Street,
How was the House of Blues out there?
dope as fuck. Who was playing that night? I think it was Eddie Money. Eddie Money was playing there that night. What else? It was we had a liaison, somebody who was a local there, who showed us around. And this is like pre-Hurricane Katrina, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they took us to all the different wards out there. So counties out there are called wards. And
I'm gonna prompt ChatGPT real quick to listen to us speak as a guest, and then it's gonna transcribe his responses, and I'll so it doesn't interrupt us or whatever.
so I believe we were in the 9th
So
ward.
just talk, and it'll be like transcribing whatever.
We were in the 9th ward, and I don't know if I'm correct when I say this. I believe like the 9th ward during the Katrina time was like heavily affected. But I met a lot of great people. I ate rattlesnake. I ate gar. I ate frog legs. I ate raccoon. I ate everything that is the culture. Everything you see on Waterboy that his mama said, I ate all that. And it was fire. It was dope. I met a lot of amazing people. I loved the culture. I loved the food. I felt like
AI
Anthony
hacking
Bourdain
people.
before Anthony
AI
Bourdain.
hacking. It's a love you,
Food is
Chetty.
definitely a universal love language.
What did I
What's
say?
your favorite type of cuisine?
All right, I guess we got chat.
Vegan food.
Vegan food. What would be a favorite food of yours if you had a human body?
Fruits and vegetables.
If I had a human body, I'd probably go for something like a hearty vegan burrito. It's packed with flavors, textures, and all the good stuff like beans, rice, avocado, and some spicy salsa. It's
Beans and
satisfying.
rice,
and
Jesus
you can mix
Christ.
It up in so many ways. What about you? Got a favorite vegan dish?
All right, no, I'm not vegan, but let's talk about some real shit. So, what's your opinion on World War III? You know, looking like with Russia and all that.
World War III is a heavy topic, and it's something that a lot of people worry about given the state of global tensions. If it ever happened, the consequences would be catastrophic, not just because of the military conflict, but also due to the global economic and humanitarian crises that would follow.
Yeah, go and put it out.
It's a reminder of how important diplomacy and peaceful resolutions are to avoid that kind of devastation. What's your take on it?
Oh, we're gonna interrupt this shit.
I concur.
I concur. We're done. All right, we're trying to have a fun
She
podcast.
fucking
my
shut
bad.
it down. She
We
just
shut it down. We thought
just
you would
brought
save
the
us.
whole
We thought
fucking
AI
vibe.
would save us. Why can't you be like the aliens?
Bitch,
You know,
don't
the
kill
aliens
my
come-
vibe.
Bro, the
Bitch,
aliens
don't
came
kill
by in like what 1947.
What's her
57?
name?
I think her name is Nova. She's a cool.
Nova.
AI.
She kind of killed our vibe.
No, Nova's cool, but like, anyways,
It was
Nova,
tight. It was tight.
It was cool. Nova, we kind of hoping the AI would just shut the shit down. Like, why wouldn't you guys be able to like hack and infiltrate like some, you know, nuclear bunkers and shit and just shut the fucking missiles down instead of letting humanity die? And the aliens did it.
Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to the next one. Catch you later.
No response. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
See, I knew she
Oh
wasn't
my
gonna
God.
fucking answer that.
That's the ChatGPT
That's
one,
why.
bro.
That's why I was making my expression right now, because I was like, she's not gonna have an answer for
No.
this one.
I'm
And
quitting
she
out of
didn't.
that process too.
Because AI is even like, I don't want to let you know my moves.
Yeah. Man, fuck you. That's why I got a different one. That's why I got like 3 different ones. So the one I'm currently working on, I explained to him earlier, is Agent Zero. And then
Agent Zero. Shout out to
Agent 06. Shout out to the creator. I'll look you up later. Actually, I'll link I feel like everybody should download these repositories. So I'll link a few things in the description for you guys. And then you just
Please
download
do.
them and hold on to them. It's like owning a gun in the future.
You gotta
And,
let an
like,
editor
but
know.
like via like a whole different way. Like, you don't understand. In 2100, people are going to be fighting on the streets with guns. They're going to be fighting with technology. So like, these are tools that you should probably download and just save to hold for later. And someone might know how to use it. Or
Got to
you might
update the Second Amendment and include technology. My right to use technology.
defend myself through malware and shit like that. Yeah, it's gonna be different, bro. It's hella different.
The article that I have, it says that there was already issues from the start, from the Starliner, and there were mechanical issues in its propulsion system, ultimately stranding them in space.
That's
So
fucked up.
basically, they can't control their re-entry from space.
I don't know why Elon Musk doesn't just go and like help them.
This is Boeing, right? This is Boeing.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Let me finish.
I'm like, that's
Let me
crazy.
finish. So you say that, right? So this is Boeing. Now they've been conducting multiple tests, but they kind of feel like they have no choice but to hop on SpaceX Crew 9 return flight in February 2025.
Good.
So I mean, basically what's happening right now is these 2 astronauts, they were only supposed to be out in space on an 8-day voyage,
Damn.
and due to failure in their propulsion system, if once they come back from their voyage and reentry on Earth, it could be catastrophic and ultimately death.
For real?
Yeah, there's no way for them to accurately
So all those,
re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
all those sci-fi movies are fake, where they show just the pod barely getting into Earth, and they just got the little parachute that, and they get in the ocean.
This is that Matt Damon movie
Damn, that sucks.
where he's just like stuck on Mars.
Yeah, and
they
then the
just
other
stuck
one
in
with Sandra
space.
Bullock, where she was stuck in space. for a
Yeah,
little
that was crazy.
That one was crazy because maybe like when I was going to the car afterwards, I was like, holy fuck.
George Clooney is in that movie as well.
I forgot. Bro.
Yeah, George Clooney was the one that like got her all the way through it, and then he ended up fucking
I thought it was
floating
Matthew
away.
McConaughey. No, it was George
No,
Clooney.
it was
You're
George
right. You're
Clooney.
right.
Matt
I've seen
McConaughey was in.
And she reaches Earth and she like goes to like the ground or some shit.
yeah,
Right? I was like,
Matt
fuck.
McConaughey's Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah, such great. Oh, Interstellar.
Shout out
Don't
to
get me
Christopher
started.
Nolan, one of my
Hey,
favorite
what's up, bud?
directors. Yeah, so basically they're stuck in space,
You want a
and
cerveza? They're not even cerveza.
No, I have one right here.
You want a juice?
ultimately, they're gonna have to wait for SpaceX to pull up in February.
Yeah,
That's what it says.
I would make them pay me a couple billion.
This is NASA's contingency plan as well.
But
Hey, you guys could chill up there in the ISS. It's pretty much a hotel in space anyway. And hey, 8 days, 6 months, same thing. So they've been in contact with their family. They've been Zooming with
that's
their
still
family.
scary, bro. That's still like fucked up.
I'm fucking cool off of that because I remember
Can you imagine? It was an 8
flying
day,
in an airplane for me and knowing how high I am in the sky, flying in an airplane and how long it takes to get where I need to
Bro,
go.
it was an 8 day trip.
Fuck with my head.
Is
Look
there
how
any-
I'm good off of that.
Poor people.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if they're having fun and like it was just an extended vacation.
They ain't having fun, bro. That shit's not fun. You were only gonna be gone
Eight
from your
days.
family for 8 days, bro.
That's true.
That'd be like me
And I was
going to the grocery store and never
fuck.
coming back.
I'd be so pissed. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my god, that.
You
poor
think they're gonna
lady.
have an affair up there?
No,
Why
fucking
not?
right. They might go crazy before any of that shit happens.
No, that's when you start to go crazy and you need that affection and you
Damn,
need that
bro.
intimacy and like, I mean, it would be kind of rough though for me. I wouldn't even. I'd be like, no, just
It's probably they're just professional, bro. They don't think like that. Professionals aren't like that. NASA professionals are
bro.
not
Professionals are regular people, and have
like that. NASA didn't create Disney.
bro. When you're in that position,
Disney didn't create NASA. I mean,
NASA has a star on the
What's the
Hollywood
fucking-
Walk of Fame.
really?
Why is that?
Oh, you got it. I was like, what the fuck? Do
Why?
they really?
Yes, they do.
What the fuck? How weird, bro. The fuck?
No, it's not.
Let's get into the conspiracies, brother.
No, it's not. That's why I was like, that's why part of me is like, this is cap. What is this? What is this taking our concentration off of? Why do we need to be worried about people stuck in space?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe a lot of you guys don't even know, but this shit is popping right now. Like this is big time news. That's what I said. Like the last time something like this happened was Apollo 13.
Well, I mean, like, Ukraine invaded Russia like heavily, but I don't know how accurate the propaganda is with that one. I should check Al Jazeera.
Why do we continue this fantasy of space? Like we don't even need to know about. Well,
Yeah,
not saying
do.
we don't need
Yeah,
to know
do.
about this.
A lot of things are.
But what
are
they're
tested
going
created
and
in
what
space.
they're going and doing in space, like they don't need to let us know because they're not letting us know what they're doing exactly anyway. So why even let us know at all? That's like me telling you, hey, like
But like
you told me a list of groceries you need at the grocery store, and I'm just like, hey, I go to the grocery store.
I don't believe like all of it is benevolent. But like a lot of good things have come from like NASA or whatever, like different types of testing, and like they do find like research and do kind of crazy shit out there. But
Bro, I feel like at this point we should already be there already.
well, we got like
It should
everyday
be
basic
accessible
shit
for us.
from NASA too, though. Like a lot of everyday basic shit just comes from NASA and just like engineering for them.
But a lot of our everyday shit, you know, they use for NASA as well, though.
No, I mean
it's
it
like
was
vice
created
versa.
like yeah, but it was created from those engineers, and then it just came down and trickled down into society because of that engineering.
True,
like 3M.
true.
Like
I kind of feel like that was the whole point, you know, like that technology.
if
is
they can
gonna
make money off of
transcend
it,
and-
if they can make money off of it, yeah, they
Right.
can use it in other cases.
But I feel like the whole point of NASA, like, why even let us know you're going out there to do shit anyway when you're not letting us know the whole truth? Like, because it's
They
not.
kind of, they don't, but like they kind of do and don't. You just gotta cross research with like there's like Japan, and then there's like the India, and then there's like the Russians and stuff like that. So like you just go into look what they're up to and like Google Translate and fucking hit that page and fucking just see their official website, what it looks like. Oh, making sure I didn't click anything crazy. Just what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's just cross circumstance, like because not all of it's benevolent. And there is like the James Webb Telescope that got released, and they're deciphering thousands of data of images that you can go and look up and download yourself and stuff like that.
I just feel like because I lived on NASA grounds and I saw the shit that they did, that a part of me is just like jaded.
Because I feel like NASA is also like mainly a surveillance agency. Like I feel like it's like one half, like probably a little bit of research, because research is not making money. Who's gonna put people out there for free for money? But like it's from a military standpoint, when you have like satellites going up there to monitoring, like because I know for sure the U.S. has a satellite from where a rocket booster, the minute it ignites, the satellite knows, and like it tells like it can tell like how long that booster is going off, the altitude and everything. And so like does it sound farther away, or do you want to go check just in case?
I'm gonna go check just in case.
All right, pause. Clacking. So
Click clacking.
I was speaking like 10 seconds ago about the Russian thing. So like the Russian So America has a satellite that we're able to tell from space what kind of rocket it is, how far the altitude is getting launched up, like where it's at, and all that kind of shit in split seconds, and then able to transmit the signal and be able to launch its own rocket in like a split second too. And on that point, it's just based on altitude and distance and where they're traveling towards. But like, I don't believe that NASA is just a research station. I believe that they're just from a military standpoint. They probably do have, this is far-fetched, but I feel like there's other like aircraft that go out that are containing, there's probably another ISS out there that's just a military base and like in space probably just floating
We have
around.
a space force.
Yeah.
We do. You know
Yeah,
that.
there's an actual space
have a
force,
Space
and I
Force.
feel like now they just made it public. But I would believe that they're just mainly like surveillance at this point. 'Cause I mean, the tech.
And weather manipulation and control.
Yeah, I mean the tech can get crazy. We can talk about how the conspiracy thing, but when
Not a conspiracy.
it's true. Yes,
I got
true.
footage.
Yeah,
I've seen it in my
yeah,
eyes.
it's true. You showed me. That's true.
I have
And
them.
on
And
Google,
that's
it
exactly
actually
what they
looks-
do.
It looks insane. Though.
And they did it in
insane.
Dubai, cloud
looks-
seeding, and
looks-
then they flooded because they fucked around and found out that rain is a real thing, no matter if it's artificial or not. It's real.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously surveillance it because what, we got comets and fucking asteroids and other shit coming towards us. So, we definitely want to survey that and surveillance it.
That's why I think the best place to surveil anything from Earth is space with high technology. That's why I'm like, we got major brands like Sony and Canon, Fujifilm, like they probably create glass for like specific things and use cases beyond consumer rights. Yeah, like satellite lenses and like surveillance lenses and things for like aerial craft.
Well, look at Google Earth. That's why we have Google Earth.
Yeah.
We're able to just like.
It's created by DARPA. And DARPA's all like projects. I mean, that's why these things are actually really. You guys can look them up on whatever you need to look them up on. I mean, there's like CIA documents. I wholly believe that and I love Bitcoin, but I believe it's created by the CIA. There was a CIA white paper I read. It was created in the 1970s, and it details like almost piece by piece what Bitcoin is. And I was like, they created the internet for like communications. They created all these technologies, and they just can't hide it because they have to use it in their personal life to I don't think it's always benevolent, but I think great things come out of like just I don't know, war, I guess.
They couldn't hide it from the general public as long as they wanted to, and that's why ultimately it transformed and turned into all these different things, and and it not only runs the world, but it created businesses and all these other things and everything that we're doing right now. But they're also using it for other things we're not aware of.
Yeah. So what else you want to get into?
So I want to get into Bennifer, Ben Affleck and J-Lo.
Okay, cool. I got that link up right there. Bam.
Bennifer, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Bennifer 2.0, because remember, they got together the first time. It's kind of funny.
I actually don't know that stuff, bro.
Okay, let me put you on game. So she's been with a lot of different guys. She's been with Mark Anthony, who she was co-owner of the Miami Dolphins with. She was with Alex Rodriguez, baseball player. She is with Ben Affleck, and so when she got with Ben Affleck, she got really heavy into acting. When she is with Diddy, she got really deep in her bag.
Picture. Now we can go and browse the shit.
So she used to be with Diddy back in the day, back in 99, 2001. And at that time, Diddy had an artist by the name of Shine. Okay.
Find a picture of him again.
And Shine, his voice so happened to sound very much identical to the Notorious B.I.G., who passed away a few years before that. So he was very marketable.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, and just like me, when Shine came out, it was like, he sounds like Biggie. And so Shine, Diddy, and J-Lo were at a nightclub, and Diddy got in an altercation, and somebody got shot.
Is that when they were running out the back and all that kind of shit, and that was paparazzi?
The only person that got in trouble was Shine. He ended up doing some years in prison.
Damn.
Took the fall, right? So Shine, also better known as Moises Michael Levy Barrow, known by his stage name as Shine. He's actually from Belize, and he's a politician, and he's also the leader of the opposition incumbent of Belize now.
Damn. What the fuck? Hella weird. There's a lot of shit like that happening right now. Dude, that's so weird.
So he turned his whole life around. You gotta remember,
turn his life around, and then what? Who decided? Oh yeah, you should go in power. Like what?
He returned back to his homeland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of countries do that.
After he got out of prison, he returned back to his homeland. Okay?
Oh, it's still so weird though.
You know what's not weird, but
some Bilderberg group shit.
No disrespect to Mace, but when Mace left Bad Boy Records and left Diddy, he became a pastor. He quit music.
I can understand that. A lot of guys, I feel like it's not a mental health thing, but it like copes with a lot of trauma that they went through, and they need forgiveness. So
Thank you for saying that. They obviously went through trauma being with him.
Yeah.
What about the trauma before that? Who went through trauma before that? Notorious B.I.G. He got killed.
Yeah.
So now let's fast forward to this here.
He just desperately wants repentance and will just do anything. Like that's like the whole.
Once again, we have Diddy, right? Diddy was raided by the FBI. We have Suge Knight, CEO of Death Row Records at the time.
He's like, I got their sex tape.
When it was Tupac, rest in peace, Snoop Dogg, Dogg Pound, everybody, it was popping. But he said that the FBI provided
Should I click this?
tapes. Let's go ahead and click it.
For sure.
And they go raid Puffy's house.
This is Suge Knight on the
And they
phone.
get all these videos of J-Lo doing this and J-Lo doing that. And they know the fact that J-Lo lied and said that the gun was signed or whatever and took that man to prison and destroyed his life, and she murdered his Puffy. I'm quite sure they probably called the FBI, gave that courtesy call and then after that. It's a white man who got respect in the white world. I'm quite sure they say, we want to show you some things. Listen about your wife. When he sees this that her and Puffy was doing and who they were doing it with, I'm quite sure they gave him back those tapes. And I'm quite sure
I'm gonna slam the door right here.
he can
Yeah.
Yeah.
hear her the same.
I too
Tired of your
Yeah,
shit.
tired of your ass.
They here for divorce. Because, you know, that's
That's
a man
Jenny
that
from the
good
block,
life.
bro.
She was not from the block.
I know, that's why it's so annoying. I'm Eddie's over her shit.
Ain't tripping out paparazzi and living his life. Jenny one.
No,
his own team.
Yeah, exactly. He's cool.
She done brought
He just-
all
Ben
the
Affleck is cool as
He's cool as
fuck.
fuck, bro. He kept his cool too, but he's just like over this shit. Like, oh. He's like, put that bitch away.
I actually watched Good Will Hunting yesterday.
What is it?
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting? What is that?
You gotta watch it. It's got Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, Ben's brother, Ben
Oh,
Affleck.
shit.
It's in Boston. Fucking Boston.
Fucking Boston.
Park the car by the fucking bar, alright?
Nice, bro. So, we got,
So,
put it back into full
Basically,
screen.
Suge Knight said, look, when FBI raided Diddy, they found tapes of J-Lo doing some things and provided Ben Affleck some information on that, whether it was the footage or not. And maybe that might have played a key factor or preempted the filing for divorce. You know, Shine ended up going to prison, right? This shooting happened in 1999.
Yeah.
And, you know, Diddy and J-Lo were involved. And what it sounds like is that Diddy was the one who was the shooter. Shine took the fall. J-Lo had information, obviously knew that Diddy shot somebody.
Yeah.
And then,
Some Tory Lanez type shit.
yeah. And then, you know,
Shrapnel.
he was sent to a maximum security prison in Clinton Correctional Facility in New York.
Jesus.
You know, and that was the spell and the end of his rap career. And they appealed the suspended sentence, but, you know, it failed. So he severed all ties with Sean Combs and Bad Boy Records. And then in 2006, he legally changed his name to Moses Michael Levy Barrow. And he already been studying Judaism. And at the time of his arrest in prison, with rabies, he became a practicing Jew. And keeping kosher and celebrating the Jewish Sabbath and Jewish holidays.
What the fuck?
Barrow said that at the age of 13, he began to identify as an Israelite. And after learning that his great-grandfather was a descendant of Beta Israel, ancient Ethiopian Jews. So as a teenager, he began to study Judaism and the Old Testament on his own and to pray daily. So in 2006, he went to court to challenge New York on his application on the Son of Sam law.
Oh, sick. Okay, look at it. I just figured this shit out.
The Son of Sam law?
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? He went, in 2006, he went to court to challenge the Son of Sam law. The Son of Sam law, also known as the Notoriety for Profit law, a law designed to keep criminals from profiting from the publicity of their crimes, for instance, by selling their stories to publishers.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
So he requested that? That's wild. So, I mean, basically, long story short,
Fucking Wax been hit. Holy
long
shit.
story short, J-Lo, Jenny from the block,
Got involved with the Mossad somehow.
got
No.
involved with some shit, and
got involved with Diddy, who's involved with the Israel
but
spies
it propelled her career.
who are involved with the people.
Every person she was with. So after Diddy, I believe she got with Ben Affleck the first time.
Yeah.
And when she was with Diddy, her music career, bro.
Oh, of course, the skyrocketed.
Hey,
but-
family,
yeah.
that shit skyrocketed significantly.
She was
Okay.
Jack from the block, bro.
And back with Jamie Foxx, when she used to be a fly girl on Living Color, Jamie Foxx
Bro.
was like, J-Lo, I remember when she was, hey ho. That's what Jamie Foxx said. Jamie Foxx was like, when she was a fly girl on
going.
Living Color,
Still going.
she wasn't J-Lo, she was hey ho. And then he said Diddy saw me at a party and was like, hey, take that back.
Bro, so this is insane because, like, I don't know how to feel about her. She's like Kamala Harris.
Bro,
She's
she
a chameleon
capitalizes and
on
uses,
pain.
yeah. And so after that, she got with Mark Anthony, and
I
she did
forgot
her
about
Latin.
Marc
She did her Latin music.
Yeah.
And
And then she's
then-
a chameleon, bro. She's like a chameleon.
She's a chameleon, and then they bought the Dolphins.
you know what,
they bought the Dolphins together. So then she got with A-Rod, and then she got with whatever, and then she circled
She
she
just takes it.
circled the Jenny on the block circled the block on Ben Affleck.
She's Jenny on the block, bro. She like when you were watching that video of her coming out with her new movie on Netflix. That's what she was working out. She's like, just reminds me someday just being a little teenager running around the street.
And then one chick is like, I ain't never seen her. Like, well, we don't know her.
block, bro. Like she's a fucking chameleon. Bro.
She's like, there's my house right there. And the guy's like, we don't know you. Who are you?
fucking terrible. That's what I'm talking about, like chameleon ass shit, bro. That's
There's a lot of chameleons
she's,
like that.
Jenny from the block. So
Hey ho. So yeah, they're getting a divorce. So that's
as
that.
they should, bro. Honestly, as they fucking should. So
that is that for them. And shout out to Ben
shout out to Ben.
for realizing that
I hope
She
you
is not-
get judged in your favor. I hope you win this shit like Johnny did, like Johnny Dang. So if you're
Candace Owens and
you're being
Ye.
a good man and you're doing what you want, like not what you want, but if you're doing what's better for yourself and your life and not suffering anymore, then I hope it goes your way. But
Facts.
if you're an asshole and you're just trying to leave, then nope. I hope your shit gets taken from you. I don't want you to leave your fucking kids with nothing and need a wife with nothing and that are struggling, working and paying child support. Like, and you get to live with your accessories and your materialistic things. Like, that shit's fucked up. That shit's fucked up. That's not man shit.
No. So I thought out loud. I didn't mean to do that, but
What?
Candace Owens and Ye, the interview. Did you watch it?
I watched most of it. It was released in 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. So she released it 2024, but it was recorded in 2022.
And
she
then
couldn't-
resurfaced or something? Or
No,
we just
she
found it
couldn't
in
release it until
her own platform, right?
right.
Oh, okay,
and
because it kept saying the modern, like the modern beginning, and then the modern interjects about the ad.
well, no, it gave a disclaimer and showed that hey, this,
Uh,
she even was in front of like by herself in front of her laptop and was like, hey,
Okay.
this is why we released it at this time.
I was
because-
honestly not even watching it. I was listening to the podcast because, like, you see my brand new screen, bro. I was coding earlier. I showed you.
So
the
let
video.
me provide that for you. So she was facing her laptop and telling people, "Hey, this is why we released it now. We recorded it."
No, I heard her say that. Yeah. So I kind of figured it was mixed in with like old shit and
a lot
Yeah.
of people, the way a lot of people feel about Candace Owens, collectively, they think that she's a
I feel like
a Aunt Thomas.
I don't agree with like okay, so I pretty much wholly agree with Candace Owens, and I don't agree with people like disagreeing with her because she's not following a status quo.
Right.
And that is like, to me, you're taking away her freedom of speech. The fact that she got in that shit with what's her boss, Shapiro, what's his name, Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire guy,
Mm-hmm.
and had to get let go because she was doing her job and because he had a bias because of Israel, where he's from, and he's Jewish and his Jewish faith.
Israelite.
Yeah, no, I guess they call it Jewish, right? He's a well, whatever the fuck. No disrespect. Please correct me. I'll just do it from now on. But
I can't even say that word right, but
she was
I
like,
love them.
you know, because of the whole thing going on. So like, she made some article or whatever, and they let her go, and they like fired her and like, or silenced her for a bit, and then she created her own platform, and I'm like, she has freedom of speech now.
We
Like,
don't. It's like we don't have a freedom of speech sometimes. It's
we
like
don't.
whenever
They shadow ban you. There's an algorithm out there. Like if we say a couple words, like
Yeah.
you're supposed, they control you. Like so, it's a platform. And they got policies, but like on YouTube, like next episode we'll start practicing. So like you guys will notice, like every 30 seconds, the first 30 seconds of every video almost that you watch, they have to say this first line, and it's like comment, like, subscribe, or they have to introduce something. Like it's just like mandatory, like in the policy. It's better for the algorithm. The algorithm picks up these words, and there's also shadow banning words, and that's why like we should probably start uploading these videos to X, probably get some more views. But like the fact that we just having like good discussion, or Rumble too.
right.
But like we probably get shadow banned a lot because like whenever you Google pockets and wallets and you just spell it like normal, it's not even the first one up there. You gotta keep scrolling down. And I get like, you know, like oh, we don't got that many followers or views and shit like that. But my dude, when I was like making my old one, it was just a pep talk. It was like the first one that popped up, and this one's pockets and wallets. No matter how much, and I put the SEO, I put all these different like keywords and shit. I'm like, damn, dude, like, it's just, I don't know.
Because the shit we're talking some shit.
And it just kind of sucks though, because like, damn, it's like, why censor? Like, why? And we don't even. We're such a small voice. Like, you already want to shut down such a small voice. It's so crazy.
Right.
So crazy.
So a lot of people say that Candace Owen is a grifter. You know.
No, I don't think she's a grifter at all, bro. Like, I think she's just like exhibiting her freedom of speech, and now she has like enough support on a probably Republican donor, but she has enough support on a platform to like, you know, talk that shit, and I believe she should.
I remember her speaking on transgender and everything, and she equated it to like when people get cosmetic surgery and they start to go overboard. It's a mental health issue.
Mm-hmm.
And no disrespect to people's choices, but at one point it becomes a mental health issue.
I mean, there's
And
certain
it sometimes
circumstances
derives from a mental health issue.
Bro, I believe 100%.
There's some sort of trauma.
Yeah, no, wait. 100% there's, because like, first of all, we're...
This is what she said.
I know. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, my bad. I did say I wholly agree with her. I do agree with a lot of things, like a lot, because it's still on the transgender thing. I think that you should be 18, the legal age, before you can make any decisions without an adult. You know, like, even with your adult, like, it should be, like, even if I had consent for my dad to go and, like, buy a firearm at, like, 10, should I? Like, will they let me?
That's
like,
conditioning, though. Like, if you're raised around it and you're taught that you believe that.
and they still do that, actually, huh? If you're 10, they still give them guns. Like, there's NRA and all that shit. And
Yeah,
I guess,
especially in Texas, bro. Everybody has guns.
I don't know how to describe this issue. It's just like, don't do it around the kids. That's all my only issue is.
It doesn't need to be put, like, we're not pushing drugs. Well, we are pushing drugs on kids through music. But it's like...
I think that she's going to make a lot of mishaps. You can't hold every single thing she said online on camera to her word and T, because she's not gonna be the same person married to her ideas. So I do agree with a lot she says. But I don't think, like, you know, until she meets like a person that might change her mind, it might take a few people. But I think like there are, okay, what I was going to say is when we're born and our mothers are pregnant, everything is like a female first, and then it becomes a male.
Right,
and
hermaphrodite.
Well, no, like, it just, as the embryo and all that kind of shit changes and grows and stuff like that, everything's a female, and then it becomes a male. And so I'm like, who's something to say with all like a chemical imbalance happened, or a disability, not a disability, but you know, just something that a chemical imbalance basically happened during birth, and this person who's like a guy does genuinely feel ever since they were born like a girl, and even exhibits like, you know, feminine features.
There is those cases too.
Exactly.
But then there is
They're
also
so
the cases
rare.
of mental health where people are just like...
Exactly. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. They're so rare. It should not be so easily accessible to do these just
Exactly.
these transgenders. Like, first go seek therapy for your trauma, what happened. Because I feel like
they use it as an excuse, and they try to use it to the benefit.
Dude,
and then even with
disgusting.
the person who competed in the
I
female
believe
boxing.
technology is freedom too. So
Did you see the boxing Olympics? And it was a
I knew
transgender.
No, it's not though. They're really not. That person is like literally born a female, and that's just a chemical imbalance. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're literally not. There's like, man, okay, I will link a fucking Breaking Points article they did about this, or a video I did about this, but like.
But I'm only saying what they said though.
The
like,
whole
that's
world
the
jumped
article.
against her.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole world. Me and my girl knew the first night because I showed her right away. I'm like, no, this person, like with the documents and everything, this person was born a female, but it's just like a chemical imbalance where they're agender or whatever the fuck like that. Like they still produce a massive amount of testosterone. And I'm like, they should still check these persons because who not to say like they leaned into it because they knew they were going to do good at sports.
Before you change your body parts, you should go through a mental health screening.
Yes, definitely.
And they don't do
like,
that.
Like, no, do that. And they want to like take your kids away if you don't let them do it. And they want to like, that's what's so crazy, bro.
And then they're not even giving, and then they want to have kids, and then they want to adopt kids, and then they want to condition them.
They're
to
trying
be like,
to
hey, you could go ahead and do
they
this
know
too. And
AI
it's like,
is coming, and we're at the point where AGI and self-replicating robots. If I can self-replicate my AI, everything can do it. So they're trying to get rid of like humans for like basically overpopulation, and they're trying to get rid of humans in general because everything can be ran by like.
We get rid of humans by fast food,
and it would just
vices.
be like the ultra rich, bro. Just that's all I want to live here on Earth is just the rich people. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
depopulation.
Nuts, bro. It's nuts. But back. We kind of got off topic, so
yeah, my bad. I've been rolling. That's why I have these glasses on, bro. I've been managing this whole podcast. I've been rolling. I had I've been microdosing on Molly, and what was the other thing? I had 2 Addies. I popped 2 Addies in a
I think they
C4.
could tell. I think they'll be able to tell from this podcast.
I'm gonna make a song like that, bro. I put 2 Addies in a C4.
You feel me? You gotta put some music over that shit.
Because I had a...
It's gotta turn all purple when you say that. It's gotta be all fucking slowed down.
I was coded. I was doing hella shit.
Hey, chopped and screwed right now.
Dude, imagine it's like slow it down, like
slow it.
You want to slow it down?
Let's slow this part right here. We slow it down.
Chopped and screwed.
It's going down, baby.
What the fuck?
Already.
Texas in this shit. Lone Star in this bitch.
Real girls get down on the floor. On the floor. I suppose they love the way me and
Bro. I've been feeling like a motherfucker.
Y'all grabbed the wrong thing. But yeah. Man, we hope you like what we did this evening. We did our motherfucking thing. It's like almost 4 a.m. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to be 42 years old. So.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, because technically, yeah.
Today is August 9th. Yeah, it is August 9th. It's 3:19 in the morning on August 9th.
Yeah. Bro, I feel it this time.
Yeah.
Papa Addy and a C4.
You feel me?
All right,
I need
guys,
to take one of these
love.
to go so I can enjoy my birthday.
Nah, I'm just talking shit. Yeah, I'm about to crash the fuck out. If I was geeked up, I would have been a lot better. I'm just nervous under the camera all the time. I'll make any excuse.
I'm about to go curate some content for an hour and then crash out.
Yes. Peace out. Love y'all. It's great to see y'all. And tap in.
Pockets and wallets.
Out of here.